like when you get older, hangovers suck more, you go to bed earlier. No one tells you the stuff that's really scary. No one's like, hey, when you turn 28, you're going to want to like music that's out now, but you won't. Go back and listen to music you loved as a teenager, but it won't sound as good as it did when you were a teenager. And then you'll worry that you'll never feel happiness again. Life's not that bad, though. I have a girlfriend now. We've been together a year and a half. So the sex is getting boring. So we want to spice it up. We start role-playing, and we do this cute thing. It's pretty sweet. We both pretend I'm good. I'd say to her, like, you're the most beautiful girl in the entire world. That wouldn't be true. It's like 7 billion people. I haven't seen them all. What I do say to her, though, is you are the most beautiful girl that I know. She likes that. I don't really know why, though. Like, my favorite movie is Big Mama's House. I don't have good taste. It is nice having a girlfriend. Like, there's this girl I was really into for a long time. It's hard. Like, she didn't care about me at all. It's difficult dealing with unrequited love. You know, you talk to your friends, they don't care. They're just like, dude, you're saying that word wrong. I feel like I can get a little intimate with you guys, tell some story. When I was 13, I had something twisted on my testicle. It hurt really, really bad. I didn't want to tell my parents because we grew up kind of poor, and their first answer to everything is, how can we fix this ourselves? Eventually, I had to do what any teenager would loathe doing. I had to show my parents how much it changed since they saw it last. The drop trowel for my dad, do you think he would have been like, oh my God, that looks like a punched grapefruit. We need to go to the hospital right now. Instead, he's like, honey, come in here. You got to see this. Went to the doctor, saw the nurse. I don't know how many of you guys were 13-year-old boys, but showing your penis to a woman that actually wants to see it is like a dream come true. And she's like, does it hurt? And I was like, oh, yeah. But it feels good, too. And my mom's in the room with me, and she's like, well, your mom can leave or she can go. I'm like, she's got to go! Otherwise, we're not going to have sex. That's how my mind worked back then. I couldn't tell her to leave. You know, I can be like, hey, Mom, listen, in the unlikely event that we don't hook up, you're also ruining my ability to masturbate to this. It's like a perfect image for a 13-year-old boy. And I go home, think about it, and then pan to the right, and you'd be in the corner. He was always very sensitive. You guys, my first job was at Dairy Queen, which means I grew up in a shitty town. If there's ever a city you don't know the name of, it has a Dairy Queen in it. And I was trying really hard when I first started working there, I was. But I dropped a burger on the ground. I was like, don't worry, ma'am, we'll make another one for you. And she's like, nah, I'll just eat that one for free. Oh, wow, you gave up when you wore pajamas out in public. It's like one of those moms that keeps their kid on a full body leash, like little Timmy's a paratrooper. And he tripped when she was going she tripped over the threshold. She didn't even care, she just picked him straight up and he's hanging there, Mission Impossible style. I was like, if she doesn't care, why am I trying? I stopped giving a damn. I was working the drive-thru and someone's like, there's a rat out by the dumpster. I'm like, well, it's not inside, so don't worry about it. Except the one time there was a rat inside, it looked exactly like anything you'd imagine that had only eaten Dairy Queen its entire life. Just had these bald eczema spots. It's dragging its stomach across the countertop. Man, I didn't know you could hear rats breathe. My boss runs out, he's like, don't worry, Dwayne, we'll get him. I'm like, yeah, he's from Mazatlan, he's seen some shit. He starts unscrewing the broom handle, I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna be great. And then he hands it to me. Like, no. This is the thing, I'm not afraid of killing a rat. I just don't want to find out that I like it, you know? I'm 15, I'm very impressionable. I don't want to know that that's my thing. He pulls a stick from me, he's like, you're not a man. And then he beat it to death in front of everybody. And it was horrifying. Because you cannot beat a rat to death and make it look casual. You guys, I was really disappointed when I first learned that white privilege existed. Because I thought I was getting away with stuff by being charming. Like, I once got into Canada with a black and white photocopy of my birth certificate. You know how hard that is? I was dating this Asian girl at the time, though, and she goes, "No, Dwayne, you got in because you're white." No. I asked him about his wife and kids. I'm gregarious. She's like, "They search my car every time we go through the border." I'm like, "Yeah, well, you didn't read How to Win Friends and Influence People. So maybe you should try harder." All right, thank you guys. That's my time.